All right, let's talk about one of Apple's most clever and, honestly, most convenient features, app clips. You might have even used one without realizing it. They're a really cool peek into a future where everything on our phones is just instant.
You know the feeling, right? You're trying to pay for parking or maybe order a coffee from that new place and bam, you're hit with a download our app screen. It's a total hassle, it eats up your phone's storage, and it just completely kills the momentum of what you were trying to do. So this little moment of frustration, this barrier between you and just getting something done, we can call that the app download problem. And it's something pretty much everyone with a smartphone has run into. But what if you could just skip that whole download mess? What if you could get the exact little piece of an app you need right at the moment you need it and then have it disappear? Well, that's exactly what Apple was thinking.
And their solution is the app clip. The best way to think about it is as the express lane for apps. It's designed to get you from point A to point B without any of the usual digital traffic jams.
So what is it, really? Well, Apple themselves have a perfect, simple definition. An app clip is a small part of an app that's discoverable at the moment it's needed. The keywords there are small part and at the moment. It's not the whole shebang, just the tiny, focused part you need to get a job done.
And here's what makes them so great. First, they are incredibly lightweight. We're talking under 10 megabytes. That's tiny, which means they load in just a couple of seconds. You don't go to the App Store to get them. They just appear. And because they're so focused on one single task, they give you this perfect little sample of what the full app can do.
Okay, that all sounds fantastic in theory, right? But how do you actually find one and use it out in the wild? Well, it's all about being in the right place at the right time.
You can fire one up in a bunch of really intuitive ways. You might scan a QR code on a scooter or a restaurant table. You could tap your phone on a little NFC tag. Apple has their own special ones called app clip codes. Or you could just click a link you see in Apple Maps, in your browser, or even one that a friend texts you.
And the experience itself, it's so smooth. So you scan the code or tap the tag, this elegant little card just slides up from the bottom of your screen, you do what you need to do, and then, and this is the best part, it works perfectly with Apple Pay and Sign In with Apple. That means no typing in your credit card, no creating yet another password. It's truly zero friction.
So, why is this such a big deal? Well, the real magic here is that it's a huge win for everybody involved, for us as users and for the businesses that are trying to serve us.
Let's look at some real examples to see what I mean. Panera Bread lets you order your food right from a link you find in Apple Maps. With ParkWiz, you can just scan and pay for parking instantly. A company called Elavio lets you try out a quick piece of an educational game, and Yelp uses them to let you make a super fast restaurant reservation. All of these brands are getting straight to the point and giving you value in seconds.
And for businesses, the benefits are massive. First, you get a frictionless experience. That means happier customers who don't give up halfway through. Second, you get instant engagement. You capture someone's interest at the exact moment they're curious. And you know what that leads to? The third point, way more conversions. You turn that fleeting interest into an actual sale or booking.
You know, there's also another really important benefit here. An app clip is kind of like a free sample. It lets you try before you buy, so to speak. You get to experience how the app works in this safe, super lightweight way, and that builds trust before you ever commit to a full download. So you might be wondering, okay, does this mean full apps are on their way out? And the answer is a big, fat no. They're just different tools for different jobs.
Let's just break it down real quick. App clips, they're for quick, in-the-moment tasks. There's no download, they're tiny, and they're perfect for that first interaction. Full apps, on the other hand, are for the deep, long-term relationship with a brand. They give you the whole experience. So you can see they're not competitors at all. They actually work together.
I think this quote just nails it perfectly. App clips drive first interactions, while full apps sustain ongoing relationships. The app clip is like the handshake, the first hello. The full app is the long, meaningful conversation that follows.
So as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with a question to chew on. Whether you run a business or you're just interested in how this stuff works, think about this. What is the one annoying task, that one point of friction that you could make completely instant for your customers? Because that right there, that's the power and the whole promise of the app clip.